Good morning, student. Today we are going to study about work and its applications. We are revising the topic work and its applications. So first of all, let me share the screen with all of you and then let's start the class for today. I hope you can see the screen now. Let me expand the screen. Okay. So as you can see that in the previous class we have done positive work, negative work. We are going to talk about zero work after some time. So up to negative work we have completed in the last class. So what we have studied, when the direction of force and displacement, when the force and displacement both take place in the same direction, it is called as positive work. And when the force and displacement takes place in opposite direction, that is called as negative work. So in short we can say like this. So now today we are going to start from work due to oblique forces. We will see what is the work due to the oblique forces. So just a second. Okay. So today's date is 3rd of Feb 21 and we are going to study about work due to oblique forces. Work due to oblique oblique forces. Very important topic, very conceptual topic. You have to understand this properly. See here. What do you mean work due to oblique forces? Till now we have learnt about the formula of work, that is W is equals to F into S, where F stands for force and S stands for displacement. But there is a condition to this formula. The condition is that the work and displacement, these two conditions, work and displacement, both has to work along the same direction. Both has to work along the same direction. That is, if force is acting along this side, then displacement also has to be done along the same side. We have taken a football. If we apply some force on the football, the ball also is required to move in the same direction in which the force has been applied. So this will be the displacement. So this is the condition, that force and displacement should be in the same direction. Now, every time this type of situation will arise, that's not correct. That's not true. Let's see. Let's take an example of a different situation where this force and displacement are not acting along the same direction. Let's take a very good example, but before that let me rub this. Okay. If I tell you like this, that I have a briefcase with me, or we can say when we are going for any holidays, we take a trolley with us. The trolley has a wheel here and here is the handle of the trolley. What we do, we used to pull the trolley with the help of this handle. So we apply a force along this direction. We apply a force along this direction. You can see the diagram that I am drawing here. But my question is the trolley also moving towards the direction of the force? Is the displacement is along this direction? The answer to this is no. It's a big no. Why? Because if the trolley goes along the direction of force, that means the trolley will move upward in the air. This doesn't happen. What happens is the trolley moves along the horizontal direction like this. The trolley moves in the horizontal direction. So the force and the displacement both makes an angle theta in between them. Both makes an angle theta in between them. So in this type of condition, we say that force and displacement, when it is making an angle theta with them, then how to find out the work? And that type of force, my dear, we call it as the oblique force. This is called as the oblique force. So oblique force means what? When the force and displacement are not acting along the same direction, there is an angle between them. That is the condition we call it as the oblique force. Now, if you have understood the practical example of this, what we can do now, we can simplify the diagram into a much easier form. So, let me draw a simpler diagram for the derivation point of view. Let me show you a simpler diagram. Just refer this now. Let me tell you like this, that suppose I have a force with me in this direction. This is the force and this is the displacement. Same diagram I am drawing, but in the simpler form. This is the angle between them. This is the best example of oblique force. Now you see, can we use the formula W is equals to F into S? No, we cannot use this formula. Why we cannot use this formula? We cannot use this formula because I have given the first statement of today's class that force and displacement both has to work in the same direction. But in this case, the force and displacement are not acting along the same direction. So we cannot use the formula W equals to F into S. So in this condition, how to find out the work? How to find out the work? This is our target. How to find out? See here, to find out work in this type of condition, what we need? We need to take the force along the direction of displacement, or we have to take the displacement along the direction of force. Anyone. Let me first of all choose the first option. That is, if I can bring the force down, if I can bring the force in this way, if I can bring the force down, this upward force, if I can bring the upward force in the downward direction, that is in the horizontal direction, not down, rather I should say in the horizontal direction, or I can say along the same direction of displacement. You can see in the diagram, if I can bring the force in the horizontal direction, then F and S will be along the same direction. In this case, we can use the formula W equals to F into S. Now the condition is how to shift the force from the upward direction to the horizontal direction. How to shift? For that, we need the help of trigonometry. Let me show it to you how. Always remember, if I have a force along any direction, remember it like this. We will not go to the depth of mathematics here. I will tell you like this. If I have a force which is at an angle of theta with the horizontal, always remember, if I have a force which is at an angle of theta with the horizontal, which is horizontal, so this line, base, horizontal, yes. So if I have any force F which is at an angle of theta with horizontal, then the force along the horizontal direction will be how much? Sir, F cos theta. Always remember, the force along the horizontal direction will be F cos theta. Remember it like this. How it has come, sir? How it has come, F cos theta? We have to know trigonometry in this case. We know that in trigonometry, in a right angle triangle, if this is theta, if this is 90 degree, then cos theta is equals to base by hypotenuse. Base by hypotenuse. Here we require to find out the base. Yes, horizontal line. So what we can write down? Base is equals to H cos theta. In our condition, H is F. So we can write down F cos theta. That's why base has come as F cos theta. So in short, this is the rough work. This is the part of mathematics. So remember it like this, that the force along the horizontal direction will be F cos theta and the force along the vertical direction will be F sin theta. Now sir, how it has come? Same way. Use the formula of sin theta, you will get that. And find out the perpendicular in this case. So F sin theta it will come. So remember it like this. So what we are trying to do, we are shifting the force along the horizontal direction. So now refer to the diagram that I have drawn in the blue color, that F is the force. We have to shift the force along the horizontal direction, that is along the direction of displacement. So what we will write? F is equals to, sir, F cos theta. F will be F cos theta. Now you can see that F cos theta and S both are along the same direction. Both are along the same direction. Now you can write down. Now you can write down W is equals to not F. Here force is not F. What is the force here? Sir, F cos theta. The force here is F cos theta into displacement SS. So if we arrange it like this, it will come Fs, F into S into cos theta. So this is the formula for work due to oblique forces. So what is the formula for work due to oblique forces? So W is equals to Fs cos theta is the formula for work due to oblique forces. I hope you have understood this one. So remember this formula, very, very important formula. Let me solve one numerical along with this. That will help you understand the situation. That will help you understand the situation. So the question is somewhat like this. The question is somewhat like this, that a force of 5 Newton is applied on a box at an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal, and the body moves a distance of 4 meters. What is the work done on the box? On the box. Don't write here body, rather you write down it as box. So what is the question? A force of 5 Newton is applied on a box at an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. The box moves a distance of 4 meter. What is the work done on the box? So how to solve these questions? You see here. First of all, we will write down given. What is given? Force is given to you. Force comma F is equals to 5 Newton. Then what is given? Angle. So theta. So theta's value is given what to you? It is 60 degree. Next, displacement comma S. How much given? It is given as 4 meter. You can write down angle 4 meter. Now we have to use the formula. W is equals to Fs cos theta. What is F? 5. What is S? 4. What is cos theta? Cos 60 degree. So 5 4s are 20 into cos 60's value is half, my dear. Cos 60's value is half. From where you have got? Since cos 60 is equals to half. We have taken this from trigonometry. Refer to your trigonometry. It will come as 2 10s are 20. So work is equals to 10 joule. This is the work done. This is the work done. This is the way you will do. This is the answer. Understood? So this is the procedure how work due to oblique forces come in your examination. Very easy question, simple question. Just you have to remember the formula and apply it carefully. So I hope you have understood today's class in a very proper way. And in the next class, we will discuss further about the other conditions of work. Thank you, class.